Hello, name is ManOnMoon. Running for ward, councillor of my ward, 23, whatever. Time to study. Let's go. Blah, blah, blah. Been watching a lot of his videos, the way he's solving the problems or constraints. This is giving me an idea of what I should be focusing on, like the most levers. I laid the landscape. I laid the landscape. Yeah, I probably can't see anything. But yep. Just getting a layered landscape. What he talks about. Like the focusing on the key principles. He talks about channels, avatar allot, margin, good margins. He talks about the sales a little bit, and how can I say the offer, and I'll turn that into more like the way he's framing, presenting it in a way. You know what I mean? That's what he does. That's what I realize he does a lot. There's repackaging, if that makes sense. A lot of common sense. So let's just, we're heating up my mind, gang. Really just like gang. What's the word I want to say? How do I want to say this? Seems I don't have the words currently. It's okay. Let's start.
Of today is I'm going to try and help Raymond take his chain to the next level.
Hey, Alex, my name is Raymond Cooter. I'm the founder of Cairo First in Washington. So just a little bit about my business. We currently have 6 brick and mortar locations, trailing 12 months revenue, 5.2 million, EBITDA around roughly 1.2 million, and our net profit is about 22%.
Did you buy those or did you open up organic?
So far, I've bought all of them.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I think moving forward, we're going to try
million.
So overall, the company
net profit is about 22%.
Did you buy those or did you open up organic?
Profit.
So far, I've bought all of them.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but I think moving forward, we're going to change our strategy a little bit.
So overall, the company is doing well, 5.2 million, 23% margin, healthy. I was curious whether he opened them organically or he bought them because there's basically 2 big expansions.
Has been compliant for arrival at some source believed to be reliable, but no representation or team expressed or implied is made in its accuracy or completeness or service and education or technique could. Yep.
I was curious whether he opened them organically or he bought them because there's basically 2 big expansion strategies. You either buy or you build. And so he chose a buy strategy. That initial kind of sorting told me, okay, these are the types of questions and problems I need to look out for as he goes through the rest of the presentation. So what's the goal?
My 3-year goal is to try to get to $5 million EBITDA. I want to try to build a business that can run individually, but then I also want to entertain selling to the institutional buyer.
So this is very much up your alley, what we talk about. So when someone says they're trying to build it to sell it versus build it to keep it, I see both of those as basically the same path. It just shows how much they want to work like super long term. Either way, all paths lead to building a better business. So who do you help specifically?
Our key demographic that we help is 35 to 65-year-old men and women that have some kind of condition that we can help with, whether it's pain, discomfort, or loss of movement.
Insurance or cash?
We're about 75% insurance.
Oh, interesting. Okay. How do you help them?
So the way we help them is when someone comes into our office, we'll design a custom treatment plan for them. That might be
a consultation,
60 to 90 days. It might include chiropractic, rehab, and spinal decompression.
Right.
So spinal decompression kind of differentiates us from a lot of our competitors because it's a niche service that we offer for people that have disc-related injuries.
Is that like stretching people out kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, how do you make money?
Our offer, so basically on the front end, we offer a free consultation. So then when the patient comes in, our packages can range from 2,400 to 3,600 over a 60 to 90 day period. We're primarily a reoccurring.
So free consultation comes with package 24. So this is the offer they have. Custom package. It's just 2,400, 3,600 for 60 days. Okay. Reoccurring revenue only. No reoccurring. Reoccurring. Okay. About 1 to 7 new customers. About 1 and 7 new customers. 10K treatment. Built insurance. 4 of the locations got these.
Revenue model.
This nigga's game. This nigga price is 25.
And roughly 1 out of every 7 of our patients, they come in for a larger case value. So like a car accident or a work injury might be worth up to 10,000.
I finally figured out how to take emails off my plate. For years, I told myself I'd get my inbox under control someday. But with 50 plus emails,
Me no care.
it felt impossible.
Well, right off the bat, I think the reason that he's been able to expand is that he's making a decent amount of money. And so typical, chiropractors who don't know business will sell 1 crack at the back at a time, whereas he's already selling high ticket packages, which is the right direction to go for, a premium service. And he obviously has a super premium with this whole kind of insurance $10,000 thing. And so it's like right off the bat, his price points are right. What's advertising? How do you find them?
For paid advertising, the number 1 is Facebook ads. So we spend about $1,000 per location on that. The second one is Google ads. So we're spending roughly 500 to 1,000 per month.
So mostly ads,
Okay,
Facebook
got it.
ads,
So
Facebook,
what's sales velocity? How do you do
Facebook
sell
and
per
what?
Per month
And
on
Google
information.
ads.
Okay.
So 1,000. So it's gang. So loud ads. Okay, how are your ads like? What are your ad statistics? How much are you getting for Facebook? And what are your statistics for Google? I want to know their closing rates. So, how much are they closing? How much you respond? How much are you closing?
Okay, got it.
Leads.
So what's sales velocity? How do you do sell per month?
On average, we're getting about 35 leads per month. And out of the 35, we have 28 that show.
Okay, that's pretty good.
And it's going to show every month.
Alright, so total new booked appointment 60 plan, total new booked appointment average a month, so total new book, so 35. Niggas, 35 niggas pull up. Alright, total shows, alright, 30, so it's 28, so show rate 80. That's good. Added 35. That's not bad. And how many of those 38 that show close? 71. So total sales about 28. Alright, he already laid out it for me. Okay. So they frame it differently. Everyone frames it differently, which is interesting. Okay, so total sales. So basically, on average, a month, he gets 35 people from ads. You get an impression. I want to book a consultation, pull up. You know what I mean? About 28 of those 35, like, okay, that see the ad, show up. You know what I mean? Like, I got the ad doodle that show up. And about 20 actually buy, like, actually close. I'm actually buy, which is not bad. So 20 out of 35.
80%.
That's great.
And our closing rate is about 71%. So total sales probably roughly around 20.
Cool. Solid numbers. So right off the bat, Raymond's got really strong show rates, exceptionally strong close rates. And mind you, this is one location, so we'll see if that's system one. Which then on some part of my mind, I'm like, okay, when you have super high close rates like that, we might need to bump prices. Like it just shows that the market is willing to spend more. And so for me, like I would say healthy close rate percentage is usually like 30 to 40%. That's kind of like usually where you find the sweet spot of price versus number of units sold. Not always, but that tends to be like a rule of thumb. But by and large, it shows that he knows how to get people to show up and he knows how to close. Let's stay in the way. What's the problem? We'll look for the sweet spot. Close rate percentages usually versus number of units sold.
I just wanna know this number, just in case. So what we should
Not
be aiming
always,
for?
but that tends to be like a rule of thumb. But by and large, it shows that he knows how to get people to show up and he knows how to close. Let's stay in the way. What's the problem?
If I were to prioritize my constraints, what I think they are, number one, I would say is probably lead flow. I think that we could do better in that department. It's not consistent. Okay. When I had one location, it was really easy to predict that and to change the outcome pretty quickly. But as we've scaled, I'm having a tougher and tougher time to scale the marketing.
What Raymond's dealing with is super common when you go from one location to multiple, especially if it's purchased, let alone organically grown. Because usually I call it founder magic or owner magic. It's like if you have one location, it's like your thumbprint's on it, like your heartbeat's on it. Everybody knows you. They kind of grew up with you. Everyone kind of knows your vibe. You have old customers who remember you, and so it's like always gonna be special and different than every one that you open after that because you're typically just not nearly as entrenched.
Second one would be like our sales infrastructure. Because we are 75% insurance based, there's so many different plans out there, right? So we have to, when the patient comes in, we have to determine what kind of insurance they have by verifying it, and then make a customized plan based off of that. So if there's a way to streamline that into one day, I think it would be much more effective for us. When I personally practiced, I was able to do it in one day, but I'm having a tough time training my doctors to be able to do that.
Okay, and then people operations.
People operations. So obviously, when I had one location, it was really easy to control the standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as we expand, it's harder and harder to have that same standard.
Okay, so let's see the numbers.
So going over the numbers again. So top line revenue 5.2 million last 12 months. Profit 1.2. Net margin is about 23%. Our CAC is about 700. Our lifetime value is 3,400. So that's 4.8 to 1 LTV to CAC ratio. Marketing spend, we're spending about 1,500 to 2,000 per location right now. The show rate's 80%, close rate 71%, and our annual ad spend on marketing is about 110,000.
So
Okay. I'm still iffy about the CAC though. I still don't fully understand what the fuck that is.
Cool.
Lifetime value, is that like what? I still gotta these two concepts. I sort of understand this, but it's still like I don't grasp it anyway. Lifetime value, you mean like for the year, for like 3,400, like does that represent like one person? I don't know, like so I'm asking myself, like marketing spend, yep, 1,500 per location, okay. And it's surprising that how much people, it's not bad I guess, but if you're making 1.2 million a month, like in a year, it's like I don't know. I'm surprised how much how low this is. I feel like this is a low number. 15 to 2,000 a month per location. Like I feel like for ads you're being cheap a little bit. Maybe that's just me, but usually I feel like most businesses are in that range. That's what I realized. Philip was in that. Philip was a bit less. Philip was like 600 or something. The other one was like 1,000. Boom. She was like 1,000 for both units, so basically 500.
Close rate 71%, and our annual ad spend on marketing is 110,000.
So right off the bat, obviously the numbers are really strong. The amount that he's spending per location seems low given how much money he's making. So I think there's probably opportunity there. But I'm just very curious how it actually breaks down between locations, because that'll probably give us more insight. Okay. Do you have anything broken out between channels? Between Facebook and Google?
So this is our Facebook data. I was able to put together like our 12-month numbers for all the clinics for ads. Okay. And then for as far as the challenge that we have is because we're insurance based, we don't get paid for like 30, 60, 90 days after. So I had to go back and I picked Q2 for 3 months. I was able to put together like
That's multiple locations. Okay. Multiple location is home burn, 5,000 results. I guess 330 people. Results. Ad spend. Okay, 5. Boom. 12 months is annual. Okay. That's how much he spends annually. Okay. Results. Reach 1,000 view impressions. Keep do. I want to come back and study this era.
Our 12-month number tab is, I picked Q2 for 3 clinics.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the numbers for those 3 clinics in quarter 2.
So looking at this whole sheet, I scanned it, and then the bottom where you can see Q2 there, it's Capitol Hill, Everett, and Kent. And so Kent, you see an 8 ROAS there. So that was really strong, the lowest CAC by a decent margin. And so I wanted to understand whether that was a performance thing or like it just costs less because of a marketplace. The cost per impression, CPMs are lower there. There might just be more people. I wanted to double click into that to figure out why that one's doing so much better than the others. Okay, so why is Kent so much better? Is the doc there different than the other docs?
They're about the, he's good, but he's about the same. I would say that culture of that team is really good. I think that's one thing that stands out.
Because CAC is half of Capitol Hill, right? You're getting more LTV and lower CAC at Kent.
Right.
Is it that the people that are coming, because it's insurance, so is it that they're like billing better? Like what? Like how could they get LTV to be so much higher? Do you have any other data that's that you've collected together?
Yeah. So this is from Google AdWords.
Well, these obviously do significantly better than your Facebook ads.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting. So right off the bat, look all the way to the right. ROAS means return on ad spend. So you see 12 to 1, 24 to 1, 9 to 1. I'm seeing really strong ROAS here. And so I'm thinking, okay, so if I have a machine that I can put $1 in and get $24 back out, I want to put as much money in that machine as humanly possible. And so that's why my next question, I'm asking how much more can we spend here? This is obviously a profitable channel. Are you maxed out on spend here?
I don't think I am. I work with a third-party company on this, and I basically go off their recommendations.
Okay.
I personally would love to spend more, obviously, on this because the return's so high.
Yeah.
And these people are in, immediate need of help.
Yeah.
So they're much easier. Our case acceptance goes up much higher with these patients.
High intent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. Well, I mean, shoot, this is the most promising part. So if you think about people's willingness to pay being proportional to their spending power and the pain that they're experiencing with it. Now, he literally has people in pain. And so when you have someone who's being interruption based, that means like they're just scrolling around and they see an ad, they're probably not as in pain as somebody who's like, ow, I just did something to my back. They're on Google. They're searching for a solution immediately. So the intentions are completely different, or rather they're significantly stronger with people that are actually looking for the solution. And so I would wager that those people buy faster, they buy bigger tickets, and we'll see if that's true. Walk me through the sales process.
So day one, patient comes in, we do a consultation, we take x-rays, we'll do an exam.
And actually start me from click to close. So the person clicks on, is basically the sales process for Google Ads different than the sales process for Meta, or how's it flow for you?
Yeah, so Google, they will call directly into we have a centralized call center.
Okay.
So they'll call in.
Click to call is the ad.
Click to call or click to schedule on our website.
Okay.
They go to our landing page.
Okay, so click to call or they self-book, got it. So then they talk to a rep that's centralized.
Mm-hmm.
That rep does some sort of discovery call. Do they look at their insurance at that point on the call?
They don't, but that's the thing I'm thinking of adding in, so we can get on top of that.
So they do some sort of discovery. They're currently not doing insurance on the call.
Yep.
All right, so then they do what?
So then they schedule them the next available time. We try to get them in same day or next day, right away.
So some people call and then they book them, and the people who self-schedule just book directly.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then what's the kind of like reminder sequence there to make sure that, because you have really good show rates.
Yeah. So we do 3 text messages,
Okay.
and then we do a phone call. If they don't respond to a text message, we do a phone call the night before to confirm. We'll do another one 2 hours before their appointment.
So Raymond is describing what appears to be very boring work, but is one of the biggest levers that I look at that is often huge holes of revenue for most small businesses, that they simply just don't work their leads either well enough, fast enough, or hard enough. They're not responding to them quickly. They're not personalizing the reach outs. They're not doing it multiple times, and they're not doing it in a timely fashion relative to when they're coming in. And so he clearly had a system for working leads. Like, we text them these 3 times, this, and we do this. And so as soon as someone demonstrates that, I'm like, okay, there's probably not immediate holes and low-hanging fruit there, and his numbers kind of supported that. Said differently, when you see 80% show rates, you've got somebody who knows how to work leads. Okay, so 3 reminders and call if they have not confirmed their appointment. and follow-up call as well if they didn't pick up the first call or the other ones.
Right.
And then if someone doesn't hit any of those 5, do you pull them off the calendar?
We don't pull them off the calendar, but we kind of expect them not to.
Just like double book kind of.
Yeah.
Down for
Exactly.
real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so then they come in, so they show up to the appointment. Now what?
They come in for their appointment. We'll do a consultation. So we have a patient coordinator that gets the preliminary data.
Okay, so it's like an assessment.
Yep.
It's like movement, like move here, does that hurt, that kind of thing, like circle where you have pain.
Kind of like after closer framework.
Okay.
So they'll do the first half of that on there, and then we'll take X-rays. We'll do an exam, and then we'll tell the patient that, hey, we need to process these films or these X-rays, and then we need to get you back in tomorrow so we can go over the results of the X-ray.
Yeah, and that's realize with people.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So then we'll release them for. We'll still do treatment that day. We'll do a light treatment, and then we'll have them come back the next day. And by then we'll have everything verified, and then we'll have a customized plan for them. And then we'll have to find that.
Interesting. Can you walk me through the ad funnel with the Facebook ads?
We have a video ad out there.
Do you have ads live right now?
Yeah.
Can you pull up Facebook ads library? We're gonna pull them up and we're gonna see it. We're gonna see for ourselves. All right. So we have different creative. It looks like it's the same copy. All right. So I think there's probably just some work that could just happen on the actual ads themselves. Like I think you can have a clear call out, and the first line I would probably separate the call outs. So it's like it's just your ever and surrounding areas.
Yep.
So instead of saying areas, I would go to like residents or something like, or people that basically combine the two. Whereas chronic back pain doesn't have to go life sentence, attention Everett surrounding areas. So it'd be like attention Everett, like residents with back pain. That combines both lines, punch here, put 2 asterisks on either side. It's like, okay, that's what it is. And you're putting proof first, and I probably wouldn't here. I'd probably lead with a question, which would be like, are you, so either I would lead with a question that'd be some sort of like more specific pain, or I would lead with the offer. And then have the proof of why they should believe that I can help them after they've seen the offer. Because like it took us all the way down to actually see what the offer was.
Got it.
In the headline, if you scroll all the way down, Michael, avoid surgery, try spinal decompression. I would probably just put like the offer there. So it's just like a restatement, like free spinal decompression, boom, $99 value, whatever, something like that's probably what I would put there. There's a lot of words, and I think you could probably get just like I combined the headline and the next sentence into just like attention Everett residents with back pain. Right? It's like boom, we got that, and then it's like. You'd be amazed at how much like just tweaking the headline, probably compressing the copy into a handful of bullets. It's like, do you struggle with boom, 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 boom? Right. And you've probably tried boom, 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 but there's a better way. This is how we do it. We've helped this many people for a limited time. We're doing X, Y, and Z. And I think that would probably work well. I can guarantee availability.
In the structuring phase, reformatting.
I do like that. Probably
restructuring.
Okay. Like we can only see 10 new patients per week. Right. Scheduling availability.
I wonder if this is personal opinion or is it backed by
Raymond through some improvements to his ads, and I wrote a book on advertising. And in the paid ad section, the first part of every ad is a call out. Right. Is getting people to notice the most important of the ad. Right. That's what this is. And so the call out is whatever you do to get the attention of your audience. And so there's kind of 4 ways that I like to do it, and the way that I'm presenting for him here is a yes question, right? Which is like, it's almost implied. So we're saying this audience of people, which is local area, and then the like, do you have back pain or who have back pain is kind of an implied yes. And then we're leading with that for the call out, which is the most important part of every ad. It's the only thing most people are gonna read. So once you have the call out, I use a what, who, when framework when I'm thinking through the ad copy. And so he's talking about like avoid surgery. So this is opposite nightmare scenario, right? And so you can basically construct your ads by piecing these parts together in the ad copy. And then obviously we wanna have the offer very clear. When we get to the offer section, that's where we need to tell them what to do next, which is kind of the last part of the ad. One of the reasons I love doing these is that I get to take some of the experience that I've had from years of work and actually just help other people out. And so one, I had a chain of 6 locations. So I had to work leads and get people to show up all the time and write ads to get people to do that. And then secondarily, we had a licensing business that licensed to thousands of brick and mortar locations. And so I had to solve these problems at scale across many different markets. And so the nice thing is the patterns are the same and you just have to execute them. And so I'm glad that I could share them. Let's go to scheduled appointment. Kent. Okay, so we just go straight to the booking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say most of our patients schedule with that versus call.
There's a couple of things that I think we can go over in terms of sales process, lead magnets, things like that. Honestly, I think a big part of it that's not up here is the ops. In this type of business, it's so operational heavy in terms of like kind of operational excellence. I had a hunch that if he has the same model at all these locations, and some of the locations aren't profitable and some of them are, the biggest lever is going to be the people who are actually running the system. So I have to be really particular about what recommendations I'm going to make if there's very weak ops and execution behind it. And so one, it's going to limit the things that I'm going to do and change the priorities of what I'm going to recommend. And so a lot of times business owners are like, oh, I need to change my strategy, when the reality is that like the team's just not good enough and you need to focus on the team rather than the model. You absolutely can run a 10-to-1, 15-to-1, ROAS. Well, you're already doing it on Google, but you can do that on Facebook as well. If the offer's right. And so right now the offer is like, there really isn't one. Let's just like try this thing. It doesn't even say free. Why don't you come over here and then we'll walk through game plan. Cool? Yep. All right, let's start it on. There's inconsistent lead flow. There's the sales process that I want to look at. I think the discovery process, you need something, you need a better front end offer, increase ad spend. So those are the really tactical things that I'll walk through. I think that we're going to look at lead magnet.
My brain pausing.